I never imagined the quiet cul-de-sac I called home would turn into the scene of a live police chase broadcast on every local news station, and all because of my HOA neighbor's reckless son. What started as harmless teenage arrogance spiraled into a high-speed chase, a helicopter takedown, and a neighborhood that finally learned what happens when entitlement meets consequences. My name's Jake. I'm a 34-year-old Army veteran and mechanic. After years of deployments, I finally decided to settle down in a quiet suburb. The kind with manicured lawns, friendly hellos, and of course an HOA. I'd saved enough to buy my dream car, a bright red Dodge Challenger Hellcat. It was more than just a car. It was freedom on four wheels. Unfortunately, that freedom would soon clash with the self-appointed rulers of the neighborhood, Karen and her teenage son, Brayden. Karen was the kind of HOA board member who thought she was running a small government. She policed everyone's trash bins, measured grass height, and left notes about aesthetic harmony. Her son, Brayden, was a 17-year-old walking ego, cocky, loud, and convinced the world owed him something. The trouble started 2 weeks after I moved in. Brayden would linger near my driveway every day after school, pretending to admire my car. At first I thought he was just a gearhead like me, until he started asking weird questions. "Hey Jake, you ever leave your keys in the car?" He smirked. "Not a chance," I replied. "She's locked up tighter than Fort Knox." He'd grin and walk off, muttering something about how guys like me don't deserve cool cars. Karen wasn't any better. One afternoon she stopped by holding her little HOA clipboard. "Mr. Dawson," she began in that fake polite tone, "your car's color doesn't exactly match the community's neutral palette. The board might require a cover when it's parked outside." I stared at her deadpan. "It's a car, Karen, not a Christmas light display." She huffed, turned on her heel and left, muttering something about new residents who think they're above the rules. From that moment, I knew the HOA and I were going to war. Over the next few weeks, the tension escalated. Karen began sending violation notices for ridiculous reasons. Car parked facing the wrong direction. Excessive tire shine creating glare. Vehicle attracts unnecessary attention. Meanwhile, Brayden kept pushing boundaries. I'd catch him taking selfies leaning on my Challenger, revving my motorcycle without permission, even bringing friends over to show off his dream ride. One evening, I came home from work and saw muddy sneaker prints on the hood. I was furious. I checked my doorbell cam footage, and sure enough, there was Brayden, sitting on the hood of my car eating chips and laughing with his buddies. I printed the footage and marched straight to Karen's door. She opened it halfway, wearing that fake sweet smile. "Karen, your son was on my car again," I said, holding up the picture. Her smile vanished. "Boys will be boys," she said dismissively. "Maybe if your car wasn't so flashy, it wouldn't attract attention." I clenched my jaw. "Tell your son to stay away from my property or I'll file a report." Her eyes narrowed. "You wouldn't dare. We handle things within the HOA, not by involving outsiders." I walked away before I said something I'd regret, but I knew one thing. The line had been crossed. The real nightmare started the following weekend. I had an early morning job at the auto shop, so I parked my Challenger outside overnight. My garage was full of tools, but the car was locked and alarmed. At 5:30 a.m., my phone buzzed. It was a motion alert from my driveway cam. I groggily opened the app intro and froze. There was Brayden wearing a hoodie trying to open my car door. Within seconds, he used some kind of Slim Jim tool, got inside and started the engine. The sound of that V8 roaring to life hit me like a punch to the gut. I bolted out the door, barefoot, shouting his name. But by the time I hit the driveway, he was gone. My car, gone. I immediately called 911. "My car's been stolen. By my neighbor's son. I have video proof." The dispatcher's tone shifted fast. "Sir, can you confirm the vehicle type?" "Red Dodge Challenger Hellcat, plate number 2Ray65. "Copy that. Be advised, we already have multiple reports of that vehicle traveling at high speed through downtown." My stomach dropped. Within minutes, the situation blew up. Local news stations interrupted programming with a live police chase. I turned on my TV when there it was. My Challenger, weaving through traffic at 120 mph, police sirens wailing behind it. The anchor's voice was tense. "Authorities are in pursuit of a red Dodge Challenger believed to be stolen. The suspect is a teenage male from the Oak Ridge HOA community." My phone started blowing up with texts from neighbors. "Jake, is that your car on the news?" Dude, the helicopter's over our neighborhood. I ran outside just as the sound of choppers echoed overhead. Police cars blocked the main street, lights flashing. Karen stood in her driveway, pale as a ghost, clutching her phone. She spotted me and shouted, "This isn't what it looks like." "Oh, really?" I yelled back. "Because it looks like your kid just turned my car into a viral felony." Minutes later, the chase ended in spectacular fashion. Braden lost control near the interstate exit. A police helicopter had tracked him and guided ground units. The Challenger spun out, hit a barrier, and was surrounded instantly. He was pulled out at gunpoint, uninjured but terrified. The footage aired live. The entire neighborhood saw it. By afternoon, the police returned to the HOA to take statements. I showed them the footage from my security camera. Clear as day, Braden stealing the car. Karen tried to intervene, crying, "He's just a boy." "You can't press charges." I stared her down. "He committed grand theft auto, reckless endangerment, and evaded law enforcement." "I'm definitely pressing charges." She begged, pleaded, even offered to handle it privately through the HOA. The officers ignored her. Braden was booked that night. The damage to my car was extensive, but insurance covered it. Even better, the HOA board voted to remove Karen after residents complained about her toxic influence. A month later, she moved out quietly, her son sent to juvenile detention. Peace finally returned to Oak Ridge, and I learned something priceless. Never underestimate what karma can do when entitlement goes too far. Respect isn't something you demand, it's something you earn. And when you think you're above consequences, the universe has a way of reminding you otherwise. If you enjoyed this story, hit that subscribe button and join the HOA Karen Diaries community for more epic HOA dramas, revenge stories, and real-life karmic justice every day.